errands get here?
I don't know, but we were supposed to be here 10 minutes ago for practice, so they're late.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's just wait 5 more minutes before we call them. I mean, they're probably on a delayed train or something.
It's either that or Aaron is setting sparks into the train again.
Probably, that's probably true. Oh, and speaking of the errands, hey. Yeah, so you're on a delayed train. Okay, no worries. Yeah, we'll see you in like half an hour. Sure, bye. So we were totally right. Did you see that over there?
What? Where?
It's like a flashing light.
Oh yeah, those are fireflies. You've never seen them before?
No, I've never seen a firefly. We don't have them in California.
Oh.
Is it like a signal? How did he do that?
Well, I don't know. What's your hypothesis?
My hypothesis. Oh, I know. So maybe the female fireflies, they lay eggs on all the lampposts. And through something like osmosis, the eggs have an electric charge. So once they're born, they're just flashing their entire lives.
Well, it's a really cool idea. I really want to see it verified. We should find an expert.
Yeah.
And you know what they say, right? Leave no question unanswered and no answer
unverified.
unverified.
Right. And I know the perfect place we can go to find someone.
Okay, yeah, but we should probably let the errands know that we're doing this.
Yes, let me give them a call. Hey, yeah, so you and I are on to a new hypothesis and we're going to get it verified. Yes, we already said the no answer in question. Yes. Okay, we'll have practice later. Yeah, I'll call you. Okay, bye. Man, this is so cool. Can we just like sit here for a few minutes and watch the fireflies?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I guess they're closed.
Yeah, I should really start double checking your plans.
Okay, yeah, that probably wouldn't hurt. But just because they're closed doesn't mean I don't know someone here.
Okay, well, can we do it tomorrow maybe? 'Cause it's getting a bit late.
Yeah, you're right. It is getting a little late. So yes, let's meet here tomorrow afternoon on the steps and we can start by asking people what their hypotheses are.
Okay, yeah. That
Great.
sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So we are here in front of the National History Museum and I have a question for you.
Okay.
I want to hear your hypothesis about this. So my question is, why do fireflies glow? Like, what allows them to be able to glow?
I think that, well, I've read this somewhere, but I think that there's like some chemicals in their back and it's bioluminescence, so whenever the chemicals mix, they form a glow.
So you're thinking like kind of like a glow stick?
Yes.
Pop kind of thing?
Yes.
Awesome.
Except it's not the exact same chemicals.
It's not like a person going around popping off?
No.
All right, I have a question for you.
What?
What's your hypothesis? What's your guess about why fireflies glow?
They have these glow things in their bones, like a little glow energy in their bones.
So you're saying they have a glowing energy in their bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it lets them glow in the dark, kind of?
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool, Shane. I like that
And
guess.
they have like a bump on their back,
Uh-huh.
so you don't actually like see the energy, because then it just poofs out.
Okay, so you have to have a bump to keep it there.
Yep.
Hello.
So I have some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first?
The bad news.
Mark actually isn't here.
Oh, well, what's the good news?
The good news is I got his phone number and we can do a video call with him right now.
Excellent. Well, I got a phone,
Great.
so we'll just go from there.
Okay.
Hi, this is Mark Branham.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi Mark, I'm Devin.
I'm Yun.
And we just want to ask you a few questions.
Hey guys, what's up?
How do fireflies glow?
So fireflies actually make their own light, and they make this light inside of their body through a chemical reaction. And this chemical reaction involves, as you would guess, several different chemicals. One of which is oxygen, and the other one is called ATP. And those two chemicals are found in quite a lot of organisms. But the two chemicals which fireflies also have in their body, in the part of their body which can produce light, is one kind, which is called luciferin, and then a second chemical, which is called luciferase. And when the firefly in its light organ actually combines all four of those together, then they have the production of light.
What are light organs? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, me neither.
So fireflies, like many other bioluminescent creatures, have a part of their body which will produce light. And so this is, if you will, it's like sort of a headlight of sorts. It's a light bulb of sorts where there are like various layers, and the light is actually produced in this structure through this chemical reaction.
So wait, what's bioluminescence?
Bioluminescence is the production of light through a chemical reaction which happens inside of an organism. And so bioluminescence is a lot different than those glowing toys, which I think a lot of people have played with, where you like have a little toy, or you have a watch face which you hold up to a light source, and those surfaces actually absorb light into those structures and then emit light after you turn off that light source. And so fireflies and also other bioluminescent organisms are quite a bit different in that sense, in that they produce their own light.
Does bioluminescence have like an evolutionary purpose?
Yeah, like does it help them survive?
Yeah, so what I find really, really fascinating about bioluminescence and also bioluminescent organisms is that it's evolved many different times across many different lineages, from fungi to like insects, and then fish, and then like jellyfish, and like lots and lots of different organisms that are like very, very distantly related. So you have multiple origins of the ability to produce light. But then also what is super cool is that many of these different kinds of animals use light in very similar ways. They can use light to actually attract prey or to escape from say predators. And then also courtship is a very important function too. Many different bioluminescent organisms use their bioluminescent signals as a courtship signal to find a mate of their own species.
So do fireflies live in all regions of the world?
Actually, fireflies are found on all major continents with the exception of Antarctica. And you can imagine living on the South Pole would be pretty rough for something like a firefly. So there are no fireflies found there, but they're found pretty much everywhere else. Most firefly species are found in the more tropical regions of the world.
And are fireflies all year round?
So fireflies actually are found in the environment any time of the year, but they're only really seen by the general public in the summer when it's warm, because that's when most species are the most active in their adult stage.
So when I was a kid, I used to see TV shows and movies and read books where kids were always catching fireflies in nets and putting them in jars. Is that an okay thing to do?
Well, I think catching fireflies as a kid on like a warm summer evening is a very common part of summer, right? And that I think that fireflies really serve as a great system, as a great teaching tool to talk with kids about those species which are found in their own backyard, and then like what their like role is in those ecosystems, how they find mates, how they survive, what do they eat, and things like that, just to learn more about nature in their own neighborhoods. But I think it could be somewhat destructive if like a lot of fireflies are put into jars and are allowed to like essentially die. But I would encourage kids to actually catch fireflies, put them into a jar and then like watch them overnight and see what they do, how they walk around, how they interact, what they do when you actually turn off the lights, and you might shine a little flashing light of your own in the vicinity of their jar and see, you know, like how they react. That can be a lot of fun. But I also tell lots of people, if you're going to try that, to put in some vegetation, like pull up some of the grass from those areas where you collect them, and then like also put those into the same jar so that there's a certain level of you know, humidity in that jar to provide enough moisture to actually keep those fireflies happy and healthy. And then first thing in the morning, turn those fireflies loose, and they should be, you know, they should be no worse for the wear.
Do you have another question?
I think that's it for now.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. This has been great. I learned so much about fireflies today.
Yeah, me too. I learned a lot.
My pleasure.
Thanks. Bye, Mark.
Bye.